In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was formless and empty, and darkness covered the deep waters. Then the Spirit of God moved over the surface of the waters. "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. This was the first day. "Let there be a sky to separate the waters above from the waters below," and it happened. He gathered the waters so that dry ground appeared, calling the dry ground land, and the gathered waters seas. Then he commanded the land to produce vegetation, plants yielding seeds, and trees bearing fruit. God created lights in the sky to separate day from night and to mark seasons, days, and years. He made the sun to govern the day, the moon to govern the night, and the stars. God filled the waters with living creatures and the sky with birds, blessing them to multiply. He made the land produce animals, livestock, creatures that move along the ground, and wild animals. On the sixth day, God created humankind in his own image. Male and female, he created them. Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth and govern it. By the seventh day, God had finished his work. He rested, blessing the seventh day and making it holy. God planted a garden in Eden, placing the man he had formed there. In the garden were all kinds of trees, pleasant to the eye and good for food. You may eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for when you eat from it, you will surely die. It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him. So God formed animals and brought them to the man to name, but no suitable helper was found. God caused the man to fall into a deep sleep and took one of his ribs, forming a woman from it. The man named her woman, for she was taken out of man. The man and his wife were both naked, and they felt no shame. The serpent was more cunning than any other wild animal. Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? We may eat from the trees in the garden, but not from the tree in the middle. If we do, we will die. You will not surely die. God knows that when you eat it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. The woman saw that the fruit was good for food, pleasing to the eye, and desirable for gaining wisdom. She took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband, and he ate. Suddenly their eyes were opened, and they realized they were naked. They sewed fig leaves together to cover themselves. Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree I commanded you not to eat from? The man blamed the woman, and the woman blamed the serpent. God cursed the serpent, and then pronounced consequences for the woman and man. God made garments of skin for Adam and Eve, and sent them out of the Garden of Eden to work the ground from which they had been taken. Adam and Eve had two sons, Cain and Abel. Abel became a shepherd, and Cain a farmer. One day they brought offerings to the Lord. God looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but did not accept Cain's offering. Why won't God accept me? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it. Cain lured Abel into the field and killed him. Where is your brother Abel? I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper? God punished Cain, making him a restless wanderer on the earth. But God put a mark on Cain so that no one would kill him. Adam and Eve had another son, Seth, and from him came a line that would call on the name of the Lord. This is the account of Adam's descendants. Adam lived 930 years and then died. Seth had a son named Enosh, and people began to call on the name of the Lord. From Adam to Noah, each generation had children, lived for many years, and died. These early generations lived long lives, sometimes over 900 years, establishing the foundation of humanity on earth.